and things like it is the equivalent of the red pill.
This is a technology, it's a computing language, and I can build an app on it.
Is Bitcoin the currency of the future?
Crypto gang, it's the game, big gang, alt gang, light gang, cash game, blockchain. Whoa, I don't really ever buy stocks, man. No. Haters wanna say I'm in a bubble, man. No. Chew them up like bubble gum. No. Just made a meal with my pocket change. No. Wreck about to go and join the huddle gang. Huddle gang, huddle gang, huddle gang. Crypto gang, it's the game, big gang, alt gang, light gang, cash game, blockchain. Whoa, I don't really ever buy stocks, man. No. Haters wanna say I'm in a bubble, man. No. Chew them up like bubble gum. No. Just made a meal with my pocket change. No. Wreck about to go and join the huddle gang. Huddle gang, huddle gang, huddle gang. Ethereum pays for my rent. Bitcoin pays for the vent. Litecoin pays for the jet. Bitcoin cash for the rest. Spent 30 racks on an ICO. What coin did you buy? I forgot, yo. Just got started last night, bro. And I'm already hooked like a pipe stove. Flipping the coin, making it grow, taking it slow, letting it go. Cash flow's growing, it's incredible to watch it flow. Stacking the cash, taking it home, making it fast. I'm on a roll. Little bit mo's all I ask for the bubble though. Currently, learning about a new type of currency. Burning the dollar down like an emergency. Urgently, listen, my friends have been urging me. Coins have been surging, we're earning like urgency. We on a mission, man. Crypto maniac. Act like you don't really know about it. Stop that. Bitcoin blowing up like a bomb. Step back. Used to be a couple $100. Should've copped that. Blew up on the scene from the mind of a brainiac. Back in 2009, where the miners at? Silk Road, baby, it's gotta be anonymous. Satoshi blew up, now we on the map.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Reckless Ray Dinero, and we are back at it again for another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. It's going to be a good episode. First and foremost, shout out to the family over at Circa 84, and shout out to the bag chasers. You will be getting this first. Also, two of the only places that you can get access offline to your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, unless you're already in the inner sanctum, the inner circle, if you would. Oh, you know what? I don't have either of my necklaces, so I'm going to put this one on for the show. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that over in Circa 84, there is some extra special private game that they get early in regards to plays, breakdowns, and stuff like that. Circa 84 is usually catching that a month ahead of everybody else at minimum, because there's stuff that I'm going to release over there that will not be released publicly. There are conversations that we're having over there that are not being had publicly on the channel or any of that stuff. There are breakdowns specifically that I will be doing moving forward that will be going in there specifically that will probably not see the light of day unless it's behind a paywall. So until the channel gets monetized, you won't be seeing any of that stuff because it will be members only exclusive video, just the way that it is. So if you're serious about taking your investing to the next level, I high key recommend hitting my link down in the description and joining up over at Circa 84. Now, also shout out to the bag chasers. They do get this the same day that the family over at Circa 84 does. That is not my Patreon group. That is Anton Daniels of AntonDaniels.com's Patreon group. It's my way of paying back to the collective that kind of helped me get my jump start, put me on game. I've gotten some really good value out of there. It's my way of giving back. Shout outs to the bag chasers as always. We're about to get into a good topic today, a good one, because one of the most amazing things that happens during the bull run is people try to scare you out of your positions, and we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to give my thoughts about it, but first, let's get into the fun stuff. Let's get into the stuff that everybody likes. Let's go over here. Hold on. Get me down small. Make the screen big because this ain't about me. It's about you guys. So first, we're going to talk about the trending topics. Now, the reason I talk about the trending topics is this could be a good way to find your next position, your next games, your next play. So I always like to read off the top 3 every once in a while. I'll stop by CoinGecko. Shout outs to CoinGecko. Also, shout outs to Delta. We gotta stop forgetting to give Delta their respect. Shout out to Delta, sponsor of the show. They've given me full access to their Delta Investment Tracker app. If you are not using that, I don't know what you're doing. It's really great to not have to put in my traditional finance plays because it tracks them automatically. I still add in my crypto plays manually, but the traditional finance stuff, I let it rock out. Gives me good insights, lets me know where I'm at. I high key recommend using it. We also did an episode where a sponsored episode by them that they had me do a breakdown, and they told me I could give my honest opinion. They were like, if you don't like it, I can say I don't like it. I really like it. I'm still using it. We're getting ready to start rolling out the social media updates, and all of those will be coming from Delta. I've reconciled it with the CoinGecko portfolio. I like the fact that Delta gives me live updates. CoinGecko does not give live updates. It also gives industry insights. It also lets me know where I'm sitting. So, shout outs to Delta. Delta's getting ready to make more of its presence felt within my ecosystem, if you would. We're about to be doing some stuff with Delta. Now, let's get to it. So the top 3 trending coins as of today. What is today? I don't ever know what it is. The 21st of January. We are breezing through this month. Month of January is come and gone. New year, new you, new portfolio. Let's roll. Number 1, Magic Square. No idea what that is. Never heard of it. Number 2, Manta Network. Now, I have been seeing some peeps. I've been seeing some stuff popping up about Manta Network. Might have to do some research. And number 3 is Tectum. Also never heard of. But those are our top 3 trending. Now we're going to get over to the meat of the situation here. Let's see here. Make sure we can see all 5 on both sides. We're getting into the top 5 gainers and losers in the last 24 hours. Now, again, these little retracements / sideways moves during the bull run are still substantial. Still some interesting stuff going on. Let's start off with the top 5 gainers. And I'm hoping everybody gets the opportunity to have one of their coins pop up over here on the top 5 gainers at some point during the bull run. It's a good list to be on, little positive reinforcement depending on how you move in the market. Maybe this is the time where you take a little bit of profit. I don't know. I don't ever take profit. At number 1 at rank 488, we have Clash of Lilliput, COL, and they have had a gain of 71.6% in the last 24 hours. At number 2, at rank 225, we have Cartesi, CTSI. They have had a gain of 60.9% in the last 24 hours. At number 3, we have Not a Protocol token at rank 518. They have had a gain of 43. Hold on. See, they're trying to get me caught up. They have had a gain. See, sometimes this messes with me. Okay, so at number 3, technically per the latest numbers, we have at rank 155, Ondo, ONDO, and they have had a gain of 48.5% in the last 24 hours. And at number 4, we have Not a Protocol token at rank 518. NADA, they have had a gain of 43.2% in the last 24 hours. At number 5, we have, last but not least, number 5, we have Mantra at rank 488, token symbol OM. They have had a gain of 36.9% in the last 24 hours. Now, moving over to the biggest losers list. These just look like healthy retracements. There's no real big losses over on this list, which is wonderful. That's what you get during a bull run. The loser list becomes insignificant. So while we hope no one ever shows up on this side of the list, this could be a good opportunity to get some buys in, healthy retracements, little bit sideways negative motion. In the grand scheme of things, not that much going on. This is a boring top 5 losers list. At number 1, at rank 989, we have UNKJD, token MBS. They have had a loss of 15.1% in the last 24 hours. At rank number 936, we have PopCat, POPCAT. They have had a loss of 13.6% in the last 24 hours. And at number 3, at rank 651, we have Passage, PASG. They have had a loss of 12.9% in the last 24 hours. At number 4, we have at rank 937, Revest Finance, RVST. They have had a loss of 11.9% in the last 24 hours. And at number 5, we have at rank 469, Silly Dragon, SILLY. They have had a loss of 11.3% in the last 24 hours. And that is our top 5 gainers and losers over the last 24 hours. Now we're going to get into the meat of the situation. We're going to take a look at the portfolio. We're going to talk about the moves that were made this weekend. Now, as we look at the pie chart, it's multifaceted, multicolored. Obviously, we have a big portion of USDC that are sitting in LP positions. Synthetic Networks is still the next largest position at 14.3% of the portfolio. Still, we're holding on to that, riding through the waves. Followed by Solana. Still hold on to that, riding the waves. The waves aren't as bad with the Solana, to be honest. Now, as we go through these dips, these retracements, these moves, we're seeing that the total profit is currently at 7.4%. This number is going to be volatile. It's going to expand and contract, especially as we get into the bull run, and then it's just going to explode up. 24-hour change, we're up 1.54%. I'm okay with it. We're into the first month of the year. We're crushing the stock market. We're crushing basically everything. Now, let's talk about the top 10. Let's jump into it. At number 1, we have Synthetic Networks, SNX. At number 2, we have Solana, SOL. At number 3, we have Arbitrum, ARB. At number 4, we have Ethereum, ETH. At number 5, we have Injective, INJ. At number 6, we have Camelot Token, GRAIL. At number 7, we have Wrapped-Matic. At number 8, we have Synapse, SYN. At number 9, we have Osmosis, OSMO. And rounding it out, at number 10, we have Wrapped Staked Ethereum, WSTETH. Now, moves that we made this weekend. We added and went ahead and got positioned and started the position on Celestia. Celestia will be moving up a little bit higher in the ranks because we are farming airdrops. There's a quite a bit of airdrops that are supposed to be over there, and we're trying to get as many of them as possible. And yeah, we're trying to get in on that network. That could be an infrastructural piece of a lot of networks. A lot of networks are showing interest in them / utilizing the chain. So we want to get some of that growth. And yes, when we go into Celestia, it is a new play. We don't even have a 60-day on this. We've only got a 30-day. Now, it's a new play. It's up 50%. Or it's up Okay, so it's been around for 3 months. So we do have a 60-day. We have got a 90-day as well. It's been out for 3 months total. It is up 725%. That's a 7x, almost 8x since it launched. It's still in price discovery. So with that, what we're doing is we're dollar cost averaging. We went ahead and got a position going today, or not today, but over this weekend. We went ahead and got some positions going. And, I'm fine with that going into a bull run because we haven't even hit the halving yet. So we're looking at, when I look at something like this, I just dollar cost average in. We'll be hitting this up with the paychecks. Like if I don't have somewhere to put something, we know that we've got some Celestia that we can get. We've got a position to close out on that. Not a whole lot of LPing or staking outside of the base on chain staking, which I think it's like 14% or something like that. Not terrible. Not terrible. I'll take it. So you're getting paid to hold. We're utilizing some stuff in the ecosystem to mess with airdrop qualifications. So we're trying some stuff out. I'm liking it. So now when we go back over into here, we also have the osmosis position, which we've gotten in. Lot of interesting ecosystem liquidity plays over there, but we also finished out our on-chain staking, which again also qualifies you for some airdrops. And basically, for those of you who are not in the know, airdrops are incentives for people to stake on-chain. Basically, as other projects launch on these networks, you collect an airdrop for staking the tokens on-chain. So basically, it's a continuous, we call it crypto stimmies. There's a continuous stimulus or a way to acquire some potential gains off free coins. Now, they could go up, they could not go up. I normally hold on to them for a little bit unless there's a ravenous launch. Normally, you won't see that till within the bull run. So until we get through the halving, most of the airdrops that we're farming and collecting right now, I will just be holding on to. But those were the moves that we made. We did that, went through, checked our stuff on Solana. That's looking good. Solana's back down into a range where I could see myself purchasing some more sub 100 Solana. I'm in on it. That's a good enough upside to where I can look at getting a 1x off those tokens. So as far as Celestia goes, like I'm wanting to get both on my injective position and my Celestia position, because the osmosis position, we are just farming over there and doing liquidity plays. But we did complete our on-chain position as far as that goes. So now we have some metrics that we're working off of where we're looking at when we're going to start dollar cost averaging into the retirement fund, basically, when we start converting out. Injective and Celestia, I am not at positions on that I want to be. I want to get at least 100 of both, which obviously for Injective, that's going to take a little bit longer. It's a lot more expensive. I mean, that position at 100 tokens going into the bull run would be $3,600 basically. For Celestia, it'd be $1,700. A lot more easily attainable. And yeah, we're getting there. I think the Celestia will be hit first, and we're gonna continue dollar cost averaging into that. I might do some split averaging. Obviously, as we do cash outs, those will get moved into the respective positions to get those growing. But yeah, as far as the portfolio goes, obviously we're riding through a dip right now. Overall, we're still up, so you got to look at the big picture versus the immediate pain of seeing the numbers go down. Crypto's watching numbers go up and numbers go down in rapid succession. So, we're gonna hold on to it. We just came through the other side of the polar vortex here in KC. It's back up to 25. Walked outside today. It's 25. The sun's out. Almost wanted to go back in and put a tank top and shorts on. That's how cold it was. But just like the weather in Kansas City over the winter, you just wait 2 weeks. It's going to be something else. So we're getting ready to go into something else. We're rolling into some amicable temperatures, and I'm pretty sure the crypto market getting ready to roll into some more amicable gains. It's just the natural progression of things. Let's get into the news. Sponsored, again, by Delta. Delta releases this crypto roundup weekly. It's powered by eToro, released by the Delta Investment Tracking Team. They keep us informed of the weekly ongoings, little things that they think we should be dialing into in regards to how things are going in the market. Also, there is a link for Delta. That's my referral link. If you're going to download the app, let them know that you heard about it from here. Matter of fact, I'm going to urge the Wolfpack to go grab that Delta Tracker app and try it out for yourself and let me know what you think. I got my referral link down in the description. Let them know that you heard about it over on Crypto Portfolio Updates. Let them know that the ecosystem's working hard for them. This is how we're navigating. We're going to let people know. So first thing is first. Bitcoin spot ETF is historically approved on January 10th. We talked about it. We celebrated it. Absolutely. Then the price went down so that they could get better buy rates. We're going to talk about that shortly. The CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, says he sees value in having an Ethereum ETF. He has filed for his Ethereum ETF already. I'm here for it. It's going to be another boon for the market. As more money comes in, eventually the math has to start mathing. While they are scaring people out of position, me personally, I do not sell Bitcoin and Ethereum unless we are set up kind of like what we're doing with the house savings, where we have a specific way that we're utilizing it, where we're using it as a hypercharged savings account. It's going to be the only Bitcoin I sell for a very, 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 very long time. I'm planning on having a succession plan for my Bitcoin that I've accumulated, because I'm not intending on selling it. But as people get scared out of the market, as people see the number go down and can't take it, they're selling off to, obviously, at this point, BlackRock and people like myself who buy and don't sell. And eventually there just won't be enough. And then when those people come back, they're going to come back at worse positions than when they left. Because everybody likes to plan like their time in the market. They're not. They're either getting lucky or very unlucky, and the majority of people are getting very unlucky. When you sell out because you're scared of the numbers going down, and then they don't go down anymore, and then they start going back up and you bought back in, you're at a worse position. Like, you technically lost money doing that. Just something to throw out there. Now, Bitcoin CME open interest rolls over after the Bitcoin ETFs begin trading. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange means nothing to me. I've thought that they were stupid from the get-go. Bitcoin is a global asset. I don't think some guys in Chicago have any say over what the world is doing. I don't believe it. Like, if they can affect stuff like that, then they should fix the crime and the immigrant crisis in Chicago. How about that? Have an opinion on that, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Your opinions on Bitcoin are null and void because we're a small part of the ecosystem. And, yeah, their opinion doesn't really matter to me. Digital assets experience an inflow of 1.18 billion over the last 7 days, subject to a trade date plus 2 days, T plus 2 settlement period. I'm loving it. The money's flowing in. People are getting ready. We're getting ready to go into a bull run. People are getting positioned for the halving. Like I said, the plays that we're making right now are the setup. Those of you who are just coming into the market for the first time, the positions that you're getting in right now are going to heavily affect how your portfolio, as far as crypto goes, does this year. Sotheby's opens bidding for a curated selection of 19 Bitcoin ordinals. For those of you who do not know, people have started inscribing on the Bitcoin network. They're basically NFTs on Bitcoin. Sotheby's is doing a curated collection of those. I'm sure they're going to make a lot of money. It's going to be wild. Interest in NFTs is coming back. Here for it. I'm not exactly the most versed or the most knowledgeable in the NFT investment space. I bought some, haven't sold any. I probably need to sell one or two because I have a couple that are supposed to be worth something. And the thing that I've run into with NFTs is it's not a liquid market. Like somebody has to want the something that you're selling, and then they have to want your something that you're selling. For me, that doesn't, I mean, unless it's something where it's like ravenously wanted by people, that's hard. That's a very hard market to be in because you're just sitting on stuff until someone decides to buy it. And I don't like that. I like liquidity. I like to be able to get in and out of positions. Like if I need to liquidate something, I like to be able to make sure that I can get it gone. And in the NFT space, there's not always somebody looking for the thing that you have. Also, the thing that you specifically have, because they have to want yours specifically. It just makes it a little bit more difficult to move in and out of the markets. It's not as liquid as people claim it to be, unless you're in a hot project. Well, I'll just leave that there. ApeCoin to release 4.2% of circulating supply on January 17th, equivalent to 22.7 million. I've got a little bit of ApeCoin. When the narrative comes back around, that ecosystem should be one of the strong ones. It is a blue chip NFT. I got me a little bit of ApeCoin that I got. I might add more to the bag for the bull run. We'll see. We will see. I don't know. But that's going to be our crypto roundup, our recap, our conversation. I'm going to come back up here. We're going to talk about the topic. So, surviving the Bitcoin bull run news cycle. So first off, what is that? So during the bull run, there's going to be crazy news every day. And there's already starting to be crazy news every day. And it's also in the verbiage. The clickbait headlines. You'll see that every day it's either feast or famine. Bitcoin goes down 2%. Bitcoin is collapsing. That's the way they verbalize it to you. It's the end of the world. It's doom and gloom. Sell your tokens. Get out of your position. It's going to zero. Bitcoin goes up. Bitcoin's back. Is this the run that we've all been waiting for? FOMO, FOMO, FOMO. Hey, like you might want to get back in. And if you actually follow the news cycles and actually trade the news cycle in and of itself, you will consistently whittle yourself out of whatever amount that you went in because you're trading counter the market. You're selling when you shouldn't and you're buying when you shouldn't. So when you sell because the number went down and then the number shoots back up and now you buy back in at a worse position, you now have less Bitcoin. Also, your money pool is going down. But that's the name of the game because they want everyone to be out of their positions. Because when you sell, this is a zero-sum game. This is a zero-sum game. I'm going to say it again. There's only so many Bitcoin. It's zero-sum, which means every Bitcoin you give up, every Bitcoin you sell, if somebody buys that Bitcoin and decides to never sell it or hold on to it indefinitely, now you can't get that Bitcoin back. We're all eating out of the same pool of Bitcoin. They're not ever going to make over the 21 million. After we get to that, it's a wrap. Now we're just trading amongst ourselves. We're trading amongst ourselves now. So the way that the news cycle works is most of it is to get people out of position or into position at the wrong time so that they get less. Because when the price goes driving down and we hear a week later that a company bought thousands of Bitcoin when the price was driven down, you lost that trade to whatever institution or company that was that bought the Bitcoin, or myself who buys the Bitcoin during the dips as well. It's one of the things, that's one piece of it. So how do I defend myself against that? While I do while I do updates, we do a news update every week. I limit my sources. That's been the most consistent thing. When I was watching all the news, it was a problem. It creates stress. I whittled myself down. I have a specific core group of content creators that don't agree. It's not even the same news that I curate, that those are the people that I listen to. I'm not just listening to every guy on the internet. Like, I don't. If I don't see value in the channel, or they're not bringing me any alpha, if they're not making me any money, if I can't make money from the information you're giving me, you're worthless. Like, you're just out here talking. We don't need people just out here talking. It's not going to help you. I mean, it's good for entertainment. It's good if you are the type of person who just sits around and like ingests Fox News, CNN, and just gets fed algorithmic data into your head to have you feel or think some type of way. And like, you don't listen to the counterpoint. You want to be insulated in one specific type of rhetoric. Fine. But you also won't win in this market doing that. So I limit who I listen to. And a lot of them, like, there's only one that really produces content every day. Shout outs to the Modern Investor. TMI produces news content every day. He is very biased, and very biased counter to my opinion, because he's basically a boomer. Like, he's an old dude. So, I get it. And I can understand it. And I take what he says with a grain of salt, but he definitely gives good news to where it's like, hey, this is something that I should go research for myself so I can understand what's going on. So that's one content creator. We'll throw that one gem out there. But again, it's taking it with a grain of salt, because the people who just implicitly just listen to him miss out on a bunch of opportunities to increase their holdings, because he is very, even for this space, very traditional. He thinks everything is stupid. And I can't disagree with him, but it's just the way that he comes across with it. It's like, oh, this is stupid. There's no opportunity there. And then he just sits and waits and wishes for those projects to fail. And it's like, okay, well, like, that's cool. But for the one time that you're right, there's 20 times that you're wrong. And like, you could have made money on those 20 as somebody who's like actually utilizing it in these spaces. It's an interesting angle to take, in my opinion. But good news, like, puts you on the trail to some stuff to research. Even the stuff that he says is stupid sometimes. Like, it's good to look into it. See, sometimes there's money in there. But that's what I do. I'm not just constantly perusing YouTube, listening to every single person for that. I have a couple of email newsletters that I'm privy to, that even though I don't read them all the time, sometimes they'll have something in there that's a value that I'll see. I like browse it quickly, and I try to get stuff that I can read through quick, like the little daily synopsis, like little, there you go, some news, some information, something you might want to know about. And if it's something that's relevant, then I'll delve deeper into it. But the thing that I'm not doing is allowing those waves of news, the wave of the algorithm, the wave of the news cycle to wash over me, because it'll put you in a bad space. So for me, the main thing that I think you have to do to survive the Bitcoin bull run news cycle is to actively curate what you're seeing. And then also, even more important, look for yourself, do your own research. Because a lot of these clickbaity type deals, like Bitcoin's crashing, it's like something stupid. It's not even an actual story. It's just, they put out the headline, get the clicks, get people to come over there for the pass-through, because they make their money off the advertisement and the traffic that they're generating. And there's actually no substance to the story. And sometimes there's just no logic to it. It's just like, yep, Bitcoin went down 5% today. Everyone's selling. It's all over. And you're like, okay, and that's the story. It's not like, hey, on-chain data shows that people are selling. It's like, no, it's never anything of that nature. So you always have to follow up, because I think people put out these stories because there's a lot of AI that'll peruse all the news. And on the days that it reads a lot of negative news cycles, those AI bots will go and sell, and they'll be like, oh, bad news is coming, like we gotta sell these positions, because AI doesn't actually go through and check for context or accuracy yet. I'm pretty sure at a certain point it will, and it'll be like, oh, another AI bot generated this news article, it's BS, we're not selling. But it's not quite there yet. So there's a lot of where people just take and run with stuff and believe it as gospel, and it's inaccurate information. So not only are you trading on news, you're trading on bad news or unreal news, which puts you in an even worse position. So you have to be vigilant. If you're the type of person who only reads the headlines, you're probably going to be screwed. Most likely it's going to not be good for you. And there's no helping that. Like, if you're not willing to do the research, if you're not willing to get in and actually immerse yourself in the ecosystem and curate the people that you want to listen to, you're going to have problems if you're affected or making decisions based on the news articles and the stuff that you're seeing, because there's going to be a lot of news, both directions, at all times. So you have to have your true north, and then you can bring the news cycle in a little bit, filter it, see what's going on, do a little bit of research, and then act accordingly after you have an understanding of what's actually going on. But you can't be a headline reader, and you can't just take people's word as gospel. Even mine. Go do your own research. I'm not always right. I do the best research that I can, and I give you guys the best information and my opinion on what I'm doing with my money. I'm not giving financial advice over here. We're just trying to navigate through this to get as many wins as possible and to put as many people in position as possible. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close out this episode. This one was a short and sweet one. Thank you for rocking with me. If you have made it this far in the video, let me know your thoughts, because I've given you all of my thoughts. I've vomited them out onto your screen, but I want to know what you guys think about this. How are you guys? What precautions, what steps are you guys taking to navigate the Bitcoin bull run news cycle? Are you preparing yourself? Let's talk about it down in the comments below. Also, if it's your first time stopping through, thank you. I appreciate you for checking out the content. Definitely, if you got some value out of the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have, it's not a channel that's inundating you with a bunch of filler stuff every day. We're doing 2 shows a week. We've got crypto portfolio updates, which is this show that you're currently tapped into right now. And then we also have future financial strategies, which releases on Thursday. And we also have a live stream on Thursday evening, Guns and Butter. Right now, that's all we've got. We got 3 shows. We try to add as much value as possible in every single one of them. Guns and Butter, you can tap in, get questions answered live. It's me, normally whoever's up on the panel, and we just kind of have a general topic. Then it kind of trails off, ends up a little bit romper room the later the show goes. But we do answer questions live on show. So tap in with me. Also, share this with your peoples. We're not trying to get rich over here by ourselves. I always appreciate it when I see people sharing. You guys are more than welcome to also react. But if you're going to react to my videos, tag me in it, because I'll jump in the comments and give you my context on that. I like it. I like the interaction, the conversations generated. So if you're gonna react to my stuff, tag me in it. I always like to see that. I like to see other people's takes on my content. So it's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and we are gonna be signing out till next week, people. Peace.
Cryptocurrency. She love cryptocurrency. Me have a hot sexy girl. Whoa. Girl just a tip jar. She whine and go down and she dips up. She love dancehall and calypso. She no want the cash, she want the crypto. Me have a hot sexy girl just a tip jar. She whine and come up and she dips up. She love dancehall and calypso. She no want wanna cash, you want the crypto. Decentralized like a blockchain. Anyway you see me, girl, you know it not gonna stop rain. Pull up in the Beamer, all the Benzie, all the Bentley. Cryptocurrency, that's what we spending. We not in a lending. No for them a stake, yo. We not in a renting. Bad mind fussy them. Once see we ending. Smiling out with face, but call that pretending. Now left me 9 milli. Girl, so we trending. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She whine and go down and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no wanna cash, she want the crypto. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She whine and come up and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no wanna cash, she want the crypto. She love cryptocurrency, currency, cryptocurrency, currency, cryptocurrency, currency. She love cryptocurrency. MetaMask wallet. Cryptocurrency, currency, cryptocurrency, currency, cryptocurrency, currency. Coinbase wallet. Stack it up. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She whine and go down and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no wanna cash, she want the crypto. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She whine and come up and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no wanna cash, she want the crypto. She love all me DeFi. And some me make she feel high.